And here we go. Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to the RP Geeks. I'm Sammy Grayson, here with me are Red Nova and Triforce of Doom.
Sup?
Hello.
And it's time for more Final Fantasy XIV.
Yay.
Last time, we fought Lady Shiva, aka Lady Iceheart.
Yep.
Now, talking to Moan Brita. You asked me there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Save it for the Rising Stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. But before that, you had best pay a visit to Whitebrim Front and speak with Alpha now. Probably worried sick about you. That or he's busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. I asked because we told the crazy tale of Lady Iceheart turning into Shiva.
Yeah.
Zoomy Crab, away!
I like to also mention it's the kids like, just make sure the teleportation didn't fuck with your brain at all. Considering the circumstances behind it.
Yep. Dead of fucking night.
Yeah, don't worry about it, hush fun.
There he is, and none the worse for wear. Is there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for all of us when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. Blah 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 blah. And we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration, one for which we have Harris to thank. Yes, you're right, of course, Sir Emmerich. You should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. She was no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillmon, is the caravan ready? Supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport, in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Soul. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from House Fortomp caravan. Unless the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. On an unrelated note, Harris, would I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? It's not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. Took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. Alright. Let's get teleport there. It'll be quicker. Oh, I should note, I entered us for a lottery, house lottery. Found a nice little spot in the goblet, so hopefully we'll get it. Last I checked, there were about 7 others who wanted the same spot, so fingers crossed. What were you thinking, Harris? Reiterating your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway. And then, engaging the abomination in mortal combat. By the fury, Harris, it's the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. That I had been there to fight by your side. Here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. Not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Emmerich wished to have words with you and Master Elfino in private. He awaits us at the Intercessory.
Arshafon's a fun character.
Yep. He's a bro. You can really tell he cares.
Mm-hmm.
I read. Greetings, sir. I shall show you in at once.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks.
Yay.
Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action
I'm
should be
glad Emmerich's
self-evident.
reasonable about that whole
Perchance
thing with
now
how
you
he
will
intervened.
reconsider my proposal that Ishgard...
Because I remember that these
another.
guys being a bit isolationist were a bit wary of travelers and all that, so...
Yep.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment.
Fair point.
Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
Eyes like clouded.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We, too, have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard-Zoma could return?
Eeg Durgan.
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am. Now, why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
Got to play
As
like a
we
damn
are
fiddle.
to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
That's the title of the quest.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely,
that's a good
and
quote.
so may you.
What?
Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Yep.
Which reminds me, Lord Orshafon,
Very
if you would be so kind.
applicable quote for this game, now that I think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Alpha no Leveilleur, Master Debater. If you know, you know.
Yay, finally more new formal ally.
Woo!
I'm not surprised that region just took a while to fully get on our side.
Yeah.
Like, we had Horshafont, but not much else.
Yeah. Ishgard's kinda going through some shit right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Next quest. Level 50, Eyes Unclouded. It would seem
Just
we have
reached
much
the one right after that.
It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. What you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reappraisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point.
The Garlean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace. Their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine, then, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Harris, it's better that we continue this conversation in Mordona.
And teleport offer.
Oh, right.
That was still there.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also-
God, I'm so excited for this next month or two of games because I plan to pre-purchase Live a Live like anytime this week. Basically, once because how I've been doing saving up for games is like when I go to do snack runs, I also just buy myself like a $20 card every so often, for like Nintendo or Sony or whatever.
Yep.
Depending on what I'm saving up for. So I just need one more card to pre-purchase Live a Live. But also, my But also, you know, I have Somnium Files Nirvana pre-ordered, and that's in a month, so that's gonna be fun.
Oh shit, I didn't realize that was that soon.
Yeah, like June, it's somewhere in the 20s of June. And I've just had the collectors pre-ordered on Amazon for, like, since last year, basically.
Not surprising.
So I've just had that tabbed while waiting for the charge to hit my card. Because Amazon does it charges you like a week before type thing.
Yep. I pre-ordered through Amazon before. And I've kind of stopped doing that. As much as I hate myself for it, I've mostly switched to digital purchases.
Yeah, same here, but like, I still like getting physical copies, and like,
Yeah.
this one comes with a pop-up parade figure.
Understandable.
So it's just like, I get a sequel to a game I really like, a no doubt cool looking figure of one of the characters, who's one of the best characters. Plus whatever else is in that collector's edition. Yeah.
God, I still need to finish even one playthrough of AI Somnium Files. Anyway, hello, Minfilia.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole.
And words cannot well express how glad I am to have more voice acting.
Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it.
Yeah, I do recommend playing through Somnium Files. It's a really good game.
I shall summon the others at once.
Let's see. Last time I played... What happened? I remember there was like a shootout with some fucking Yakuza.
Oh, was that at the bar street?
Possibly.
Iceheart used her own body as a vessel
The
for
shootout
her
scenes are
final
so
soul.
fun.
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
Date, there's a porno mag at your feet. Where?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogulmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
It can't
Once
possibly
again,
be
mouth
can it?
is shut
There must be
because
some sort of
promises?
sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not, but full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Take it
Yes,
from
sir.
the top.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think.
Where have we heard those words before?
Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say
Yeah,
that
it
the
makes sense
Guardians
not
were blind
everyone
to
with
the
Echo would
truth.
be on our side all the time.
Yep.
Do you
Because
think
that's
she
just a
has knowledge of the
statistical
origins of
nightmare.
the Guardian
Yep.
Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come
Oh,
to see
wow,
with
that-
eyes unclouded?
Midgard Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Alrighty. You still in the cutscene?
It is. I am on a loading. I am done with the cutscene.
Okay. Level 50 quest, The Reason Royale.
Not how I thought that would be pronounced.
I forget exactly how it's pronounced, but it's still French as fuck, and really don't feel like bothering.
Fair.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Mean to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgard, Stormer. In his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few... You hear that? Commotion outside. You see if aught is amiss. Meanwhile...
Yeah, it's literally just an alternate form of royal. And it's Middle English, apparently, so... It's basically like the old-timey spelling, effectively, then.
Yeah, that checks out. You do that a lot. Harris, 'tis well you are on hand. You have a problem. Royale has escaped. It happened shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She'd been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking.
So I forget, who is this character again?
A spy. That was in the Immortal Flames.
Oh, right, that.
Yep. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. It's plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Royale quitting the city via the Gate of Null, with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castrum Meridianum, I'm certain of it. Their fate in Eorzea is good as sealed. What recourse has she but to flee her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilberd and the First are hot upon Royale's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Bluefog and join the hunt.
Alright.
And off we go.
Okay, yep, I don't get teleport off for a while I'm in here. Alright. Just gotta actually click on blue fog because the quest icon was kind of covering the teleport crystal a bit. I'm so glad clicking on the quest just lets you immediately go to that spot on the map.
Yeah, it's super handy. Hello, Ilberd.
I just love how convenient this game's fast travel is.
Oh, yeah.
Because some games with fast travel aren't as convenient about it.
Nope. My thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Royale walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not mishear. You have Raubon's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result,
Makes sense.
As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. So here we are. Royale must not be allowed to reach Castrum Meridianum. Off we go.
Yep.
Zoomy crab away!
And I have Burb.
Fucking show off.
And one thing I love is that in one video that was talking about Shield Hero I recently watched, that he just was insistent on calling the Felolials Chocobos because, yeah.
I've seen that video too. I know who you're talking about. At least I'm pretty sure.
Knowing now though that they skip a whole story arc in between seasons, makes me a little concerned for when I actually start up season 2.
Fight time!
Oh yeah, fair warning about that solo duty when you have to deal with the claws. For some reason, their names do not show up on there. But they still have to be killed all the same, otherwise it's going to make that fate harder to complete otherwise.
Okay.
I was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I can't target him. I saw it. Well, dude will know. Nope. Because a certain NPC died, and if he dies, yeah, fate failed. Or duty failed.
Yep. This wretch was with Royale. Threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when she started screaming. No loyalty even to her own. God's damned harpy. With me, Scion. We almost have her.
It's a good thing I'm a support class because that'll help me with keeping them alive.
Yeah.
I have an axe.
Yeah. Well, for you, Try, the one you want to worry about is Ilbert. He's the one that has to be alive.
Got it.
Healer. No, map, go away. Damn it, target the enemy.
Know the feeling on that one. And that's too many times that tank it really drives me nuts.
Hello, Centurion. You get to die next because I don't want magic tech going off. At least we're making progress. Oh, there's the claws.
Yep.
Gotta just actually click on them. Actually click on that. Thank you.
Oh my god, so many. Oh, you. Fuck off.
There you go. At least the claws die quick once you actually target them. I'm working on it. I'm not DPS, so this is taking me a bit.
Honestly, same. There's a lot of them.
Yep.
Yep.
Holy shit, so many.
Yep.
Hey, I did it.
Okay, I'm trying. Oh god. Okay. Adioquium.
Say when.
Yeah, I'm kind of just focusing on power healing right now. Hopefully, and also occasionally putting bio on her. Oh god, they are all targeting Ilbert. This is not good. Alright. The Vanguards are dead, thank god. So now it's just this one Equus who is... Yeah, he's just kind of fucked. There we go. Third time's the charm.
Duty complete?
Yep.
Woo! Alright, and we got her cornered. Bind her. Do it tight. Yes, sir. Good work, men. Salute. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see how you've fallen so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it your God's-given right to rule over others. You know not of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to survive. Stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It's no fault of mine if fools imagine me a paragon when I joined the Flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you the only person ever to have suffered. In case you have forgotten, Reborn himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth, little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor do we begrudge others their fortunes. Accepted the hand that we had been dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different, then? 'Tis true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth. 'Tis true that we both have our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. We'll return to Ul'dah to face justice, the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Verity.
Oh, I kind of already entered cutscene. Give me a sec.
No worries. Not so much as a hint of remorse. Tis well that the sort of business is finally at an end. Friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Reborn chose his.
That's a high-level weapon coffer, good lord.
I've heard.
Yep.
Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern
Oh, this
is their
asshole
bond.
again.
There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace. Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Symbolism.
Alright, and boop.
And with that, gonna end the episode off here. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe with the bell. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.